Good morning, students.
Good morning, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. Good morning, guys. So today we are going to start with the next topic of biology, that is transport in plants. It is also the PU1 concept, which the weightage is of 5 marks in CET, 5 marks transport in plants. Okay. So first we will focus on certain concepts of it, sub-concepts of that chapter. Then we will focus on question and answers. Just a minute. Okay. Fine. I think screen is visible to everyone. Yeah. Okay. So, okay. Transport in plants. From 7th standard, we are learning transportation in plants. Like we learned which is water conducting tissue, which is food conducting tissue. In 10th standard, we learned a structure of those tissues like xylem and phloem. What are the components of xylem and what is the living component, which is the non-living component? That all we learned. In PUC, we are going to learn in detail regarding xylem and phloem is what kind of transport takes place in xylem and phloem, how actually xylem transports the water, which mechanism is involved in it. That all we are going to learn in PUC. I think in theory, like while you guys were discussing regarding we're writing exams on theory, you guys remember the whole concept of xylem and phloem. We are going to just brush up some important concepts regarding it. Okay, fine. Good morning, everyone. So, plants need a transport system so that deep within the plant tissue can receive nutrients they need for cell processes. It also needs nutrients because it is also a living organism. The problem in plants that roots can obtain water but cannot obtain sugar. Leaves can produce sugar but cannot get the water. So for this, leaves and roots have to coordinate with one another. So this coordination is brought about by xylem and phloem, that is conducting tissues. Over small distances, substances move by diffusion. Diffusion is a process where a substance moves from higher concentration to lower concentration, or by cytoplasmic streaming. But transport over the longer distances proceeds through a transport system which is present in the plants. Fine. Yes. Let us proceed with the first question of today. Very easy question. I expect quick answers from you all. Vascular bundle is composed of. What do you mean by vascular bundle? Vascular bundle is composed of what? Option A, xylem. Option B, phloem. Option C, xylem and phloem. Option D, cambium. Yes, guys, what is your answer? Rakshita, option C ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Yes, what about YouTube students? Veera, option D. Gayatri, Kanchana Raj, Saundarya, option D. Veeresh, Chaitra voted for option C. Okay, what about others? Be fast. Kavita, option C. Okay, fine. Nandish, option C. Shilpa Nayak, option C. Great. So most of you voted for option C, both xylem and phloem. Few of you voted for option D, cambium anta. Damini and Samat. Okay. So both xylem and phloem is a right answer. On the basis of monopod or dipod, cambium will be present or not. So that will be also considered as a vascular bundle. So overall bundle andre enu xylem and phloem. So that is right answer is option C, that is xylem and phloem anta. The next question, the next concept, xylem plus phloem constitute vascular system or a vascular bundle. So what happens in xylem? Xylem tissue transports water and minerals. We know this. The mineral nutrients are taken by the roots and transported upwards. Translocation annodellagatte, it occurs in phloem. The transportation in phloem is termed as translocation. Why translocation, guys? See, the process of transporting food substances downwards from leaves to all other plants through the phloem. So, enagatte, the food is prepared in the leaves. We know that, right? It is a kitchen of a plant. That food which is prepared has to be transported to all the parts of the plant. The nutrients has to be transported to all the parts. So, location ellagtide, ಅಡಿಗೆ ಮಾಡೋದು ಯಾರು? The food occurs or food is prepared in the leaves. So that is the location of the food. So here the location is changing. Trans means transferring. So transferring of that location of a food is called as translocation. It will be done by phloem. Next. The next question goes like this, guys. Which kind of transport is present in xylem? No transport, unidirectional, bidirectional, multidirectional. Xylem. ಇದನ್ನ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ what xylem will transport ಅನ್ನೋದು ತಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿರಬೇಕು. So then we can answer it very easily. Samath option D ante, and Lakshmi Wadayar option B. Then Saundarya option B. Yes, Beauty, Kanchana Raj, Chaitra, Kavita, Pavitra, Dhamini. Okay, most of you voted for option D, that is Aishwarya Pagad. Okay. And few of you, or very few of you voted for option D, that is multi-directional. So xylem andre enappa, it transports the water, right? So the water should be absorbed by the roots. Okay, root is a primary part which absorbs the water. Then it has to be transported through the xylem to all parts of the body, to all parts of the plant body. Right. So here the water enters the root and it transports to all parts of the plant. Leaves, stem, branches, okay, and flowers, twigs and all. And the water will not come again to the roots. Okay. So here water is transporting from root to other parts, only one direction. So the right answer is here. Option B, that is unidirectional. The right answer is unidirectional. One day direction. Okay. Next one is we have the concept of osmosis, which is a very important concept, and most of the one question at least you will get on osmosis. Right. Okay. Kanchana Raj, can you read out the slide?
Yes, ma'am. Diffusion of water through the semi-permeable membrane from a solution of lower concentration towards a solution of higher concentration, or the water tends to flow from where its chemical potential is higher to where it is lower to solution with different chemical potential separated by a semi-permeable membrane, or movement of water from a region where net hydrostatic pressure is higher to the region where it is low.
Okay, thank you. So these are the few definition of osmosis. comparatively. Why I added all these definition? Because they may ask in multiple choice question which is a correct definition. All three, all these three are correct definition of osmosis. The first one is related to concentration. The next one is related to the chemical potential. The third one is related to hydrostatic pressure. Okay, so all these three definitions are correct related to the osmosis. Next, osmotic pressure anta bandada. Osmotic pressure is higher when molar concentration is higher or temperature is higher and molecular weight lower. Osmotic pressure, it is a colligative property which depends on concentration of the solute. Remember, osmotic pressure always depends on concentration of solute. It is denoted by psi. Okay, just a minute. Okay. It is denoted by psi. Water potential. Osmotic air. Okay. I will let you know. It is water potential. Yeah. Osmotic pressure at Takshna. We will discuss about water potential. Water potential is denoted by a symbol called as psi. So how is water potential is calculated, which is an important formula, that is psi s plus psi t. Psi s indicates solute potential, which is also called as osmotic potential. Psi water potential of the given solution. Now, psi s is defined as 0 MPa for pure water. So 0. It becomes more and more negative as more solute is added. Solute potential will become more negative when you add more solute to it. Why? Since the potential pressure in water would exert on neighbor solution should less if the water concentration is falling. ಏನಾಗತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, if you take one solution, if you go on adding the solute, the kinetic energy of the molecules, movement of the molecules will reduce. So which reduces the solute potential. So zero potential ಇದೇನಾಗತ್ತೆ, which reduces ಅಂದ್ರೆ zero ಕಿಂತ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಯಾವ್ದು ಬರುತ್ತೆ, negative. So the solute potential becomes more and more negative when you add more solute. ಯಾಕೆ? Because the kinetic energy of the molecule, the movement of the molecules ಏನಾಗತ್ತೆ, ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗತ್ತೆ. So that time potential of that water potential will also reduces, which is called as solute potential anta. Okay, remember that formula. Next, the third question goes like this: cytoplasmic streaming is form of active transport for short distances. Cytoplasmic streaming anta ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, which occurs between one cell to another cell. They are asking, it is a form of active transport for short distances. Is it a true statement or a false statement, we should say? Yes, guys. Who is going to answer this? Rakshita, option A, Kanchanara, Chandana, Pallavi, Kavita, Saundarya, Gayatri, Dyuti, Vidya. Okay, Shilpa Nayak, Dhamini voted for option A. Most of you voted for option A. That is true statement. Answer exactly. It is a true statement. Fourth question. Before that, let us see plant-water relation. Water is essential for all the activities of the plant. It provides medium in which most substances will dissolve. We know that the protoplasm of the cell is nothing but water in which different molecules are dissolved. This is a very important point. Most herbaceous plants have only about 10 to 15% of its fresh weight as dry matter. Rest all ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ, rest all will be the water. 10 to 15% ಮಾತ್ರ its dry weight will be there. In which plants? Herbaceous plants. Okay. Next question, fourth question goes like this, guys. Mineral nutrients are taken up by option A, leaves, option B, stems, option C, branches, option D, roots. Yam, option D, Veera, option D, Pallavi, Chaitra, Samat, Rakshita, Yam, Kanchanara, Chandana, Aishwarya, Dyuti. Okay. Okay, fine. Saundarya, Vidya, voted for option D. So that is roots anta. So mineral and nutrients will be absorbed by the roots. So option D is the right answer in this. Fifth question. So before that, we will see the unidirectional and multidirectional flow of food in plants, unidirectional flow of water in minerals. So unidirectional flow hegagate water do. First, water is absorbed by the root, then it flows through the xylem, then stem, then branches, then leaves. Next, multi-directional flow of food anna ನೀವು ನೋಡಿದಾಗ the food is prepared in the leaves, then it is transported through phloem to the stem, branches and roots. So when you see this flow chart, you will get to know that flow of food is multi-directional, whereas flow of water and minerals is a unidirectional, guys. Okay, next. Minerals are re-exported by, they are asking, minerals are re-exported by which part of a plant? Option A, leaves. Option B, stems. Option C, branches. Option D, roots. Okay. Veera, option C. Rakshita, option A. Chandana, option B. Aishwarya, option B. Fine. Lohit, option A. Dyuti, option B. Shilpa Nayak, option A. So most of you voted for option B. Few of you voted for option A. So question ಏನು ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ ಅವರು re-exported ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Exported ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ it is roots. Re-exported, I don't know why most of you voted for option B, stems anta. So the right answer here is option A, leaves. Okay, after absorbing the water from the roots, the water will go into the leaves. So using that water, the photosynthesis occurs by absorbing carbon dioxide. Then once the food is prepared, again those minerals are re-exported, again exported to all the parts of the plant body through the leaves, right? So the right answer here is option A, that is leaves anta. Okay, next. Pathway of water movement in the root. So in the root, how the water movement takes place. Here we have to concentrate on two parts. One is, I'm sorry, apoplast. The other one is symplast. So the light color which you are seeing, this is called as apoplastic way, apoplastic part. Okay, and within the cell wall and cell membrane, the transport within the cell wall and cell membrane, this is a symplast. Apoplast and symplast. Plasmodesmatal connection, plasma membrane. Cell to cell transport ಆದರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಪೋಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಅಂತಾರೆ. Plasmodesmata through the plasma membrane transportation ಆದರೆ it is called as symplast. Okay. Then sixth question goes like this, guys. Who is the father of plant physiology? Stephen Hales, Squender, Melvin Calvin, Lippmann. Yes. Who is the father of plant physiology? Rakshita, option C. Lohit, option A. Kanchanaraj, option A. Saundarya, Dhamini, Chandana, Kavita, Aishwarya, option A. Samath, option B. Pavitra, Dyuti voted for option A. So the right answer here is option A, that is Stephen Hales is the right answer. He is called as father of plant physiology. In 1787 or something, he conducted several experiments on the plants. Next, the theory proposed to explain, I repeat, the theory proposed to explain the mechanism of stomatal movement. Yeah, which theory? Yava theory mechanism of stomatal movement na explain madide. Starch sugar interconversion, theory of photosynthesis in gut cell, theory of glycolate metabolism, active potassium transport ion concept. Yes, guys. Vidya, option D. Kumar, option D. Saundarya, option C. Asha L. Patil, option D. Yes, what about others? Chandana, option C. Kanchanaraj Nandish, option D. Rakshita, option A. Kavita, option D. Okay, Samarth, option B. Right. So the right answer here is option D, that is active potassium transport ion concept, which explains the mechanism of stomatal movement. Next one, plants lose water mainly by which process? Guttation, exudation, transpiration, evaporation. ಯಾವ process ಇಂದ water loss ಆಗುತ್ತೆ? Mainly it is lost by Dyuti option C, Rakshita option C, M option D, Kanchanaraj option D, uh, Dhamini option C, Chandana option D, dot option D, Gayatri option D, Kavita option D. Fine. So the right answer is option D, that is transpiration. Next, root system in plant develops when root system ಯಾವಾಗ develop ಆಗುತ್ತೆ plants ಅಲ್ಲಿ? Option A, deficiency of copper. Option B, absorption of water increases. Option C, deficiency of oxygen. Option D, deficiency of abscisic acid. Okay, Lohit answered as option B. Kanchana Raj, Rakshita, Dyuti, Kumar, Pallavi, Saundarya, Kavita, Vidya, Nandish, then Dhamini. Okay. So most of you voted for option B, that is absorption of water. When the absorption of water increases, the root system development will be at the faster pace. So the right answer is option B, that is absorption of water increases. Anta. 10th question goes like this. Water entering roots through diffusion is a endosmosis, osmosis, passive absorption, active absorption. Water entering the roots through diffusion is what? Yes, Lohit option C, Vidya option B, Rakshita option C, Saundarya option C, Dhamini, Dyuti, okay, Chandana, I'm sorry. Gayatri option B, okay. Sometimes if they did not give osmosis or they did not give passive absorption, ಎರಡರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದಾದ್ರೂ ಮಿಸ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ, then for example passive absorption ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ osmosis ಕೊಡದೇ ಇದ್ರೆ, then the answer would be passive absorption. Osmosis ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ passive absorption ಕೊಡದೇ ಇದ್ರೆ, then the answer would be osmosis. Okay, so here both are given, osmosis, passive absorption, so both answers are right actually. Next, diffusion. Regarding the diffusion, it is a passive process where there is no expenditure of energy. Okay, then they have a natural kinetic energy. Diffusion is net movement of molecule from high to lower concentration. So concentration gradient plays a very important factor in diffusion. It is responsible for gaseous movement within the plant body. So diffusion rates are affected by three factors, guys. The first one is gradient of concentration, or you can say concentration gradient, high ideno, low ideno anta. The next one is permeability of the membrane, the cell membrane, permeability of the membrane, whether it enters all the substances, whether it is semi-permeable, which only enters only few solutes, or a selectively permeable. Depending on that, diffusion rate depends. The next one is temperature and pressure. So these are the four factors on which diffusion is dependent on. Diffusion rate is dependent on. Okay. The next question, diffusion is a common process in fluids, but diffusion in solid. Read the question twice or thrice, guys. Diffusion is a common process. Just a minute. Diffusion is a common process in fluids. Fluids ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು common process ಆಗಿದೆ. But diffusion in solids rather than of solids. Diffusion solids ಒಳಗಡೆ, solids in solids, diffusion of solids into another state of matter is more likely what? Is more likely ಅಂದ್ರೆ diffusion in solids is tougher than diffusion of solids ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Whether this statement is true or false? Yes. Just a minute. Samarth answered as option A. Kumar, whose reply you are waiting for? Rakshita option A ante. Nandish option B. Okay, Chaitra option A. Soundarya option B. Shilpa Nayak option A. Vidya option A. Devil, oh my god, option A. Then Dhamini option A. So most of you voted for option A. So the right answer is option A. Solids, diffusion in solids tumba kashta. Diffusion of solids is easy. Diffusion of solids into another fluid, another liquid or gas is easy. So the right answer is option A. That is true statement. 12th question goes like this, guys. Which of the following does not affect rate of diffusion? ಯಾವುದು rate of diffusion ನ affect ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ? Temperature, pressure, ATP available, concentration, gradient. Just now we discussed regarding it. Temperature, pressure, ATP available, concentration, gradient. Yes, YouTube students. Chaitra option C, Gayatri option C. What about others? Nandish, Chandana, Dhamini, Kavita, Rakshita, Vidya, Jyoti, Kumar, okay, Shilpa, Asha L. Pati, Aishwarya, fine. So most of you voted for option C, that is ATP available, as rate of diffusion is a passive absorption idaga. ATP available will not affect the rate of diffusion. So the right answer is option C, ATP available. Good, guys. 13th question. Read the question properly. Active transport of molecules is an uphill movement. Active transport ಗೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಹೆಸರು uphill movement ಅಂತ. Statement B, simple diffusion is non-selective process. So A and B statements are given. Options are, both statements are true, both statements are false. Statement A is true, but statement B is false. D, statement B is true, but statement A is false. What is the right answer, guys? Read the question properly twice or thrice and then answer. Rakshita voted for option A. Samar option C. Soundarya option A. Pallavi option C. Lakshmi Vadayar option C. Most of you are voting for option C. Yes. What about others? Be fast. Chandana option C. Lohit option A. Gayatri option A. Kavita option A. Aishwarya and Jyoti option A. Okay. So here, active transport ಗೆ uphill movement ಅಂತ ಅಂತಾರೆ. That is the right answer. Statement B, passively downhill movement ಅಂತ ಅಂತಾರೆ. Simple diffusion is non-selective process. Simple diffusion ಆಗುವಾಗ it is non-selective. It will not, like, it is not pertaining to any selected solutes or any selected substances, guys. So that is why simple diffusion is a non-selective process. So here both the statements are true. The students who answered option A are right. Most of you answered as option C, Anta. That is, statement A is true, but statement B is false. No, diffusion is a non-selective process. Diffusion ಅನ್ನೋದು non-selective process. It is not a selective process. ಅದು ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ಗೂ ಆಗತ್ತೆ. So option A is the right answer. I'm sorry. Okay. So in diffusion, we have one more type of diffusion, which is called as facilitated diffusion. Here, large polar molecules such as glucose and amino acids cannot diffuse across phospholipid bilayer. Phospholipid bilayer andre this one, plasma membrane. Also, ions such as Na plus or Cl minus cannot pass through this plasma membrane. So, avaga enagatte? These molecules pass through protein channels. Instead, diffusion through these channels is called facilitated diffusion. So plasma membrane ಇಂದ ಯಾವ molecules pass ಆಗಲ್ವೋ, like glucose, amino acids, sodium, chlorine ions. So ಯಾವ pass ಆಗಲ್ವೋ, these will pass through the protein channels. So when there is a diffusion occurs through the protein channels, then it is called as facilitated diffusion. Okay, why? Because these molecules will be large. See here, molecule is too large or charged to diffuse on its own through the plasma membrane. That is why this can diffuse if there is a specific transport protein or a protein channel. See here. Okay, this is regarding facilitated diffusion. 14th question goes like this. Which among the following is not the property of the proteins present in the membrane that support facilitated diffusion? Just now ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದೆ ಹೌದಾ? Certain molecules, glucose, amino acid, chlorine, sodium ions ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತವೆ? They will transport along with the transport proteins or the protein channels in the membrane. So ಆ proteins ಏನಿದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ membrane ಮೇಲೆ, they have certain characteristics which we read in a theory class. So ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಕೆಳಗಿನ ಯಾವ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ಸ್ ನ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. First one is not liable to saturate. Second one, response to inhibitor. Third one, regulated by the hormones. Fourth one, highly selective. Out of this, which is not a characteristic of a protein present in the membrane? Yes, be fast, guys. Rakshita, option A. Yes, what about others? Saundarya, option B. Be fast. Yes. Why? What happened? What about YouTube students? ಚೈತ್ರ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಎ. ತುಂಬಾ ವಿಚಾರ ಮಾಡಿ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಹಾಕ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ, ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ. ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ರೀಸನ್? ಬಿ ಫಾಸ್ಟ್. Are you all still in the mood of long weekend? Shilpa and Lohit voted for option A. Kavita, Chandana, option A. Okay. Dhamini, option A. Right. Tyuti, option A. Asha, option A. Not liable to saturate is the right answer. Because protein responds to inhibitor, that membrane protein, and it is also regulated by the hormones or the other proteins, and these are highly selective. Selective ಅಂದ್ರೆ glucose, amino acid, sodium, chlorine ions, larger molecules ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಮಾತ್ರ these will transport those substances. ಎಲ್ಲವನ್ನು transport ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ. That is why option A, not liable to saturate, is the right answer. Diffusion is fastest in carbohydrate, proteins, lipids, vitamins. Yes, guys, diffusion is fastest in. Who is going to answer this? Pavitra and Aishwarya, Kanchana Raj. Okay. Chandana, Hemashri, Saundarya, Kavita, Rakshita. Most of you voted for option A. Rakshita, yes, voted for option C. Lohit voted for option C. Dhamini voted for option B. Okay. So here, instantly burn ಆಗೋದು, instantly ಎನರ್ಜಿಯನ್ನ ಕೊಡೋದು ಅಂತ ಅಂದಾಗ ಕಾರ್ಬೋಹೈಡ್ರೇಟ್ will be a right answer. So based on that, ನಾವು diffusion ಕಾರ್ಬೋಹೈಡ್ರೇಟ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೋತೀವಿ, but it is wrong, guys. So option A is wrong. Proteins ಅಂತ ಬಂದಾಗ compared to carbohydrates and lipids, the structure of the protein is more complex. Proteins ಗಳೇನಿವೆ, these are more complex than compared to carbohydrates and lipids. So they will not diffuse faster. So the right answer is option C, lipids. Lipids ಹೇಗೆ madam ಅಂತ ಅಂದಾಗ, as we are discussing regarding the plants and as the diffusion takes place through the plasma membrane in the plant cell, plasma membrane is made up of phospholipid layer. We know that, right? Biphospholipid layer ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು. Biphospholipid layer ಅಂದ್ರೆ the layer or the membrane itself will be having the lipid molecules. That is why the diffusion of lipids will be more quicker or more fast compared to carbohydrates, proteins, and vitamins. So only 2 or 3 voted for option C, that is lipids. So lipids is the right answer. Okay, option C. Fine. Okay, after the explanation, most of them voted for option C. Good. 17th question goes like this, guys. Concentration gradient is mandatory. Mandatory and compulsory anta. Is mandatory condition for diffusion of substances irrespective of the process involved. Concentration gradient to diffusion ಆಗಕ್ಕೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಕಂಪಲ್ಸರಿ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ಕಂಪಲ್ಸರಿ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಹೌದಾ ಅಲ್ವಾ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಎ ಟ್ರೂ, ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಬಿ ಫಾಲ್ಸ್. ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಯುವರ್ ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸ್, ಗೈಸ್? Okay, Rakshita option A, Gayatri option A, Kanchana Raj option A, Saundarya, Hemashri, Lakshmi, Aishwarya Pagat. What about others? Chandana, Shilpa Nayak, Lohit. Almost all of you voted for option A. That is true. Concentration gradient is one of the factors which affects the diffusion and it is most important. Without it, diffusion will not occur. Okay. Porins are not present in. What are porins? Porins are the proteins which are present on the membrane of certain things, which I will tell later. So, porins are not present in. ಯಾವುದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ porins ಕಂಡು ಬರಲ್ಲ? Plastids, bacteria, mitochondria, Golgi complex. Yes. Shilpa Nayak option C, Dyuti option C, Lohit option C, Asha option C. ಓಕೆ, ಯಾರೋ ಒಬ್ರು ಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಫೈನ್ ಫೈನ್. ಸೊ ಗೈಸ್, ಪೋರಿನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಬಂದಾಗ ಚೈತ್ರ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಡಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಪೋರಿನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಬಂದಾಗ ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ವಿಚ್ ಆರ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಆನ್ ದ chloroplast. That is, chloroplast is a type of a plastic. It is also present on the gram-negative bacteria. These are also present on the membrane of inner membrane of mitochondria. So on the membrane of mitochondria. So the right answer is porins are totally absent in Golgi complex. So the persons who are voted for option D, those people are right. Porins are present in plastids, bacteria and mitochondria. Next, 19th one. Which kind of facilitated diffusion? Facilitated diffusion anta ನಾವು ಕೇಳಿದ್ವಿ ಹೌದಾ? The diffusion which occurs with the help of protein channels anta. So ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ again two types of transport is there, which we will discuss later. So ನೀವು already theory ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಲ್ತಿರ್ತೀರಾ ಇದನ್ನ. Which kind of facilitated diffusion is depicted in the picture below? Carrier protein ಇದೆ. The blue color is a membrane. So option A uniport, option B symport, option C antiport, option D export anta. Samarth option B, Dhamini option A, Rakshita, Kumar, Chaitra voted for option C, Aishwarya option C, Saundarya option C, Dyuti option C, Praveen and Kanchana Raj, Hemashri. Okay, Samarth. Most of you voted for option C. That is the right answer. Antiport under the transport of substances takes place simultaneously, one day time only, but in opposite direction. That is called as antiport. So the right answer is option C, that is antiport. Good. Okay, passive imports and antiports. Yeah. Dyuti, can you read the slide, please? Are you here, Dyuti?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Passive imports and antiports. Some carrier or transport proteins allow diffusion only if two types of molecules move together. Symport when both molecules cross the membrane in the same direction. Antiport when both molecules cross the membrane in opposite directions. Uniport when a molecule moves across a membrane independent of other molecule.
Okay, thank you. Okay, 20th question goes like this, guys. Statement A, ಎರಡು ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Statement A, pumps are proteins. Pumps are proteins that use energy to carry substances across the cell membrane. Statement B ಏನಿದೆ, they transport substances from higher concentration to lower concentration. ಈ statement A ಮತ್ತೆ B ಅಲ್ಲಿ options are like this. Both statements are true. ಎರಡು statements ಸರಿನಾ? Both statements are false. Both are false. C, first statement is true, second one is false. D, statement B is true, whereas statement A is false. Be fast. Vidya, Kavita, Rakshita, Samar. Most of you na will answer as A or C anta. OMR sheet ali A or C antandre you will get O or 0. So don't answer like that. Lohit option C, Soundarya option A, Hemashri option C. So here pumps are proteins that use energy and active transport. They expend energy to carry substances across cell membrane. Statement A is true. Statement B ಗೆ ಬಂದಾಗ they transport substances from high concentration to low concentration. Obviously it is wrong guys. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ high concentration to low concentration ಇದ್ದಾಗ you don't need energy at all. ಹೌದಾ? You don't need high con ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬೀಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. Why there is a need of energy? Pumps ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? They take energy and then transport. So here they transport substances from lower to higher, not higher to lower. So the right answer is statement A is true, but statement B is false. Most of you answered it as option C. Good. So option C is the right answer. 21st question. Which part of the cell contains water-like substances with dissolved molecules and suspended in them? Which part of a cell contains water-like substances with dissolved molecules and suspended in them? Protoplasm, cytoplasm, cytosol, matrix. 1 minute. Okay. Soundarya option D, Saitra option A, then Kavita option B, Chandan option B, Aishwarya Pagad option D. Okay. The right answer here is which part of the cell contains water-like substance with dissolved molecules and suspended in them. ಅಂತ ಅಂದಾಗ it is cytosol, not cytoplasm. Cytosol ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ membrane, plasma membrane ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇರುವಂತಹ fluid cytosol. Inside the membrane ಇದ್ದಾಗ, for example, let me tell you, if we will consider this as a cell, this is a plasma membrane ಅಂತ ಅಂದಾಗ plasma membrane double layer ಇರುತ್ತೆ. So the fluid within this double layer, it is called cytosol. Inside the membrane, which is called cytoplasm. So the right answer is cytosol. Okay, cytosol. Woody parts of plants contain relatively less water while soft parts contain more water. Is it true or false? Woody parts of plant contain relatively less water while soft parts contain more water. Kumar, Chandana, Aishwarya, Hemashri, Rakshita, Soundarya voted for option A, that is okay, true anta. Dhamini, Shilpa Nayak voted for option A. So here woody parts anta bandaga, woody parts will be mainly comprises of dead tissues, guys. Dead tissues, right? So they will not contain the water. They will not contain the water. Andre water quantity kadame irutte. Why? Because the cells are dead. While soft parts anta bandaga, these soft parts will be consisting of living cells. So that is why the statement A, that is statement is true. Okay, statement is true. Next question. 23rd statement A ಏನಿದೆ, water is a limiting factor for plant growth and productivity. Water ಅನ್ನೋದು ಒಂದು limiting factor ಆಗಿದೆ. Statement B ಬಂದಾಗ a minute amount of water is lost to the environment by the leaves. So ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ both statements are true, both are false. A is true, B is false. B is true, A is false ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ, which is the answer. Kumar voted for option A. Okay. Aishwarya option A. Hemashri, Gayatri, Rakshita option C, Soundarya option B. Yes, be fast, guys. Okay. Chandana option C, Vidya option A. Let us check the answer. Right answer is option C. Statement A is true. Water is a limiting factor. It is true. But statement B is false. Minute amount anta ಹೇಳಿದಾರಲ್ವಾ, that is false anta. So here, okay, fine. Hemashri, can you read out the slide?
Yes, ma'am. As water is lost in a large amount to the external surroundings due to many environmental and internal factors, hence is the most important determinant of plant growth and productivity. More than 90% of water is lost to the environment by leaves due to transpiration and evaporation.
Thank you very much. So here, water is lost in a large amount, but ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ in the minute amount. So option C is the right answer. Okay, don't answer or don't message blindly. Read the question twice and then answer, guys. 24th question goes like this: the amount of water lost by the plants due to transpiration and guttation. What is the percentage of water lost due to transpiration and guttation? Option A 98%, B 12%, C 92%, D 50%. Yes. Damini option A, Rakshita option A, Soundarya option B, Kumar option C, Gayatri option C, Chaitra, Chandana. Okay, most of you voted for option C. The right answer is option A, 98% anta. 98%. Yeah. Next, which potential is considered as negligible value? ಯಾವ potential ನ negligible value ಅಂತ consider ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ? Water potential, matrix, solute and pressure potential. Dhamini option B, Praveen JH option A, Soundarya option C, Rakshita option B. Yes, Gayatri option B. Shilpa Nayak option B. Okay, Chandana option B, Dyuti option B. Let us guess. Option B, that is matrix potential, is the right answer. It is the potential developed due to the attachment of water with non-dissolved, which is not dissolved solute such as salt. It is of negligible value, whereas water potential is the ultimate energy, and solute potential and pressure potential are important components of water potential. So the right answer is matrix potential. Okay. The value of water potential of pure water is very easy question. The value of water potential of pure water is. Yes, YouTube students, what is your answer? Rakshita, Dhamini. Yes. Soundarya, Kumar, Lohit, Chandana, Chaitra, Veena. Okay. Hemashri. Okay, most of you voted for option C. Few of you voted for option B, -1 anta. So as they asked regarding the pure water, it is regarded or it is considered as 0. So the right answer is option C, 0. Okay. So water potential of pure water is highest with the numerical value, not more than of 0. 1 cannot be the value of water potential, and -1, -2 values will not come when solute is dissolved or pressure is applied. 27th question. Concentration gradient is mandatory condition of diffusion irrespective. Okay, this we already discussed. The greater concentration of water in a system leads to greater concentration of water. System ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆದಾಗ water concentration ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? Increased transpiration, increased solute potential, hypertonic solution ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, greater kinetic energy. Think over it and then answer, guys. Yes. D, Lohit, D, Shilpa Nayak, D, Rakshita, Chandana, Kumar, Soundarya, Dhamini, Dyuti, Hemashri. Okay, Praveen JH, Vidya. Most of you voted for option D, greater kinetic energy anta. So the right answer is option D, greater kinetic energy. The unit of water potential is psi, no unit, Pascal, mole per kg. Unit of water potential. Lohit, option C. Rakshita, option A. Dhamini, Gayatri, option C. Fine, be fast. Chandana, option C. Jyoti, option C. Vidya, option C. Very easy question. Most of you answered it very quickly. Option C, that is Pascal, is the right answer. Statement A, solute potential increases with dissolution of solute. Dissolution ಅಂದ್ರೆ soluble ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ solute. Then statement B, the value of solute potential is always negative ಅಂತ. Out of A and B, which statement is true? The options are both the statements are true ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವ, both the statements are false. A is true, B is false, B is true, A is false. Yes, what is your response, guys? Vidya option A, Kumar option A. Okay, ಈ ರೀತಿ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಬಂದಾಗ ನಮಗೆ ಈಸಿ ಅನ್ಸತ್ತೆ, ಬಟ್ ಒಂದೆರಡು ಸಲ ಓದ್ಕೊಂಡು ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಕಾಂಚನ ರಾಜ್, ಧಮಿನಿ, ಚಂದನ, Lohit option B, Jyoti, Saundarya option A. Okay, let us think both the statements. Solute potential increases with dissolution of solutes ಅಲ್ಲ, solute potential decrease ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಎಷ್ಟು solute ನೀವು ಹಾಕ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತಿರೋ, kinetic energy of the molecule decreases, which in turn decreases the solute potential. So solute potential increases with dissolution of a solute is a false statement. The value of solute potential is always negative is a right statement. So here statement B is true, whereas statement A is false. So only one or two answered it correctly as option D. So option D is the right answer, guys. Okay. Then at atmospheric pressure, the water potential is equal to atmospheric pressure alli water potential ಇದಕ್ಕೆ equal ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Gravitational potential, pressure potential, solute or matrix potential. Be fast. Chandana option D, Kumar option B, Lohit option C, Samarth option B, Saundarya option C. So the right answer is option C, that is solute potential. It will be equal to solute potential. Water potential will be equal to solute potential because at atmospheric pressure, the water potential decreases where it reaches a negative value. So it will be equal to solute potential. Okay. Then now it's time for 5-star bio of today on transportation in plants. Be ready, guys. Let us proceed to the 5-star bio questions of today on transport in plants. And by the weekly analysis, Lohit stands first in 5-star bio. And the next place, the second place goes to Chandru. I think he is not in a session today. The second place goes to Chandru. Fine. So be fast. 5-star bio transport in plants. Yes. Just a minute. Okay. All of you open your chat box and be ready. When I say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1 and ತಕ್ಷಣ ನನಗೆ ಯಾವುದು ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತೋ ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತೋ that will be a winner. Okay, so on weekly or 10 days analysis, Lohit stood first and the second place is by this one, Chandru. Okay, the first question goes like this, guys. Attraction of water molecule to polar surfaces such as the surface of tertiary element is called as conation, adenation, cohesion, addition. Addition. Yes. Who is going to answer this first? Your time starts now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Saundarya option A, Pavitra option A, Dyuti option A, Aishwarya option D. Okay, so the correct answer and the quick answer is given by Aishwarya option D. Yes, finally girls are back again. Option D is the right answer. Congratulations, Aishwarya. The next question goes like this, guys. What are the control points where a plant adjusts the quantity and types of solute that reach the xylem? I repeat, what are the control points where a plant adjusts the quantity and types of solute? Option A, cellulose deposited Casparian strips. Option B, transport proteins of endodermal cell. Option C, sclerenchyma around the pericycle. Option D, the root of hairs themselves. Yes, what is your answer, guys? Dhamini, option B. Samar, option B. Okay. So the right and quick answer is given by, again, a girl by Dhamini. Transport proteins of endodermal cell is the right answer. Great going. Okay. So the next question goes like this. Consider the following two statements. The first statement, the direction of movement in the phloem is bidirectional. The source sink relationship in plants is variable. Both 1 and 2 are correct. 2 explains 1. Both 1 and 2 are correct, but 2 explains, does not explain 1. 1 is correct, 2 is incorrect. Both 1 and 2 are false. Kumar C. Saundarya C. Kanchana Raj A. The first and quick answer is given by Kumar. Option C is the right answer. Fourth question goes like this, guys. Water logging or over-watering a plant is dangerous and may kill the plant. Why? Water does not have all the necessary minerals. Water neutralizes the pH of the soil. The roots are deprived of oxygen. Water lowers the water potential of the roots. Time starts now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, the first answer is given by Kanchana Raj, option D, Ante, Chandana, option D, Lohit, option A. So the correct answer and the quick answer is given by Lohit as option A. Water does not have all necessary minerals a plant needs to grow is the right answer. Fine. The last question goes like this. A leaf's mesophyll tissue has a water potential of -10 bar, while its epidermis has a water potential of -8, and the air outside has a water potential -5. How will the water move? Air to epidermis, to mesophyll, mesophyll, air, epidermis, mesophyll, epidermis, air, D, nowhere. Yes, who is going to answer this? Kumar, option A, Dhamini, option A, Samar, option B. So the right and quick answer is given by Kumar, that is A to epidermis, epidermis to mesophyll is the right answer. Okay, so this is about the 5-star questions of transport in plants. Okay, fine. Uh, 1 minute. Okay. The third question is option A is the right answer. The rules are defined. Fourth, okay, 1 nimisha, sorry. Okay, water logging question is there, va? So the right option is option C. The roots are deprived of oxygen. The roots are deprived of oxygen. And fifth question is option A is the right answer. So fourth question ಗೆ ಯಾರು C ಅಂತ answer ಮಾಡಿದಿರೋ that is right. Okay. So this is about today's session, guys. Tomorrow we are going to start with the new concepts of minerals. I got a message from ಕೇಳಿದ್ರು regarding cardiology. Yeah, cardiology means the study of a heart. Medical ತರ ಕೇಳಲ್ಲ, but you should study in detail regarding the heart and the blood vascular system. Marks, weightage is of 5 marks. ಈ chapter ಗೆ 5 marks. Yes, any doubt, guys? ಯಾವುದೇ ಮೆಡಿಕಲ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರು ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಕ್ರ್ಯಾಕ್ ನೀಟ್ ಆಸ್ ವೆಲ್ ಆಸ್ ಸಿಇಟಿ. ಕಾರ್ಡಿಯಾಲಜಿಗೆ ನೀಟೇ ಬೇಕಂತ ಆ ರೀತಿ ಏನು ಸದ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಗೊತ್ತಾದ್ರೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಓಕೆ, Lohit, what tips you want regarding the NEET? As you all know, NEET is a all India exam for medical, right? So medical ಗೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ focus ಮಾಡೋದು ಯಾವ subject biology ಅಲ್ವಾ? So more focus on biology. See, as I said, there is no shortcut for success, guys. ಈಗ 10 days 30 days ಇದೆ ಅಂದಾಗ if I tell you something uh, some tips, okay? BSc nursing ಗೆ NEET important ಇಲ್ಲ, but you should be having a good knowledge regarding chemistry as well as biology. It will be good for you. Okay, fine. As I said, concentrate only on PYQs, previous year question paper. ತುಂಬಾ ತಲೆ ಕೆಡ್ಸ್ಕೋಬೇಡಿ, ತುಂಬಾ books ಅನ್ನ refer ಮಾಡಿ confuse ಆಗಬೇಡಿ. Don't refer too much videos also. Don't refer to too much Telegram group messages also. Only refer PYQs, previous year question paper, or attend some mock test. That will boost your confidence. Okay, that is a tip. Okay, let us end up the session here, guys. Have a nice day. Bye bye. Take care. PYQ repeat ಆಗಲ್ಲ, but ಅದೇ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. Once you solve and sit for exam, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅದರ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗತ್ತೆ.